Hi friends, it's Katie Steinberg here, and preparing to share with you our message from this week. It was a great activity we did this week, helping an organization called Speak Up that gives a voice and an opportunity and hope to young girls in Bangladesh that otherwise would be child brides, and instead have the opportunity to do some learning. If you want to support Speak Up, I would encourage you to check out speakupforthepoor.org. It's a great organization. And also, before I share the message, just want to tell you that another Sunday Soul Brunch is coming up at the end of this month, and we are fortunate to partner with the Halifax Humane Society, and we'll be collecting canned food for the Humane Society that week, in addition to our brunch and great food and great music, and we hope you can make it. That's on the 30th, and you can find details on Facebook or on our website, ormansmissingpeace.com. But in the meantime, this. Lent is a season that invites us to think about mortality as Jesus was facing his own. It's taboo, uncomfortable, and possibly awkward, but that's part of what makes it meaningful. It turns out the same things that hospice chaplains are taught make for a good death also make for a good life. And because we are mortal, we have the opportunity to appreciate this life in a way that we couldn't otherwise. Over the next few weeks, we'll be exploring Lent through the 5 things that make for both a good life and a good death. They are, will you forgive me? I forgive you. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye. Let's explore the taboo, the uncomfortable, the Lenten, the journey toward death, and the promise that it isn't the end. I love you. It's one of those phrases that is often very difficult to utter the first time. Do I say it? Is it too soon? Do they love me too? Surely this is an acknowledgement of how important this utterance can be, how weighty, what it means, how it affects both the recipient and the speaker. When I was a kid, my dad used to say, if what someone says differs from what someone does, believe what they do. He told me this to centralize the idea that it's not just about what we say, it's about what we do. A central tenet of Missing Peace. We're not just going to talk about the ways we learn about, feel, experience, and serve. We're going to do it together. So how do we, in the face of our mortality and in an effort to live a life of substance, say, I love you? Not just with our words, but with our actions. Not just the offhanded, okay, I love you, bye, but the deep, meaningful, vulnerable expression of our soul. If I died tomorrow, would my family know? Would my friends know? Would all of you know? I love you. And yes, that means different things based on the nature and depth of our relationships, but I want you to know it. And I want to live it. And I want the same for you. One of the best known scriptures on love describes it like this. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angry. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. We've talked about God is love before, but again, here it is so apparent. The communication of love is the communication of God. It is pure and good and fights for what's right. It doesn't hold grudges, it hopes, it trusts, it perseveres. And so is God. When we do love, when we speak love, we are speaking God. If anything in this life is worth communicating, is worth expressing, is worth living, it is love. It's God. Let's not wait until we're facing death to do it. Let's live it. Last Sunday, we lived out our love by expressing it to people we don't know and will likely never meet. Speak Up for the Poor is an organization that provides hope and opportunity to young girls who would otherwise be promised in child marriages. In Bangladesh and an astonishing number of other places, this is common practice. It's seen as an only option for girls. There's often not enough resources to go around, and this is a way to get your child cared for. And that kind of thinking is likely a best-case scenario. In some cases, there is just not value assigned to girls, except for their dowry price. A career or even an education past the 5th grade are not seen as valuable or necessary for girls, and often is unaffordable anyway. Troy Anderson is the international director for Speak Up, and he recounted to me some of the stories of these girls. A common theme was the confusion on their faces if asked what they wanted to be when they grew up. What are your dreams? They had none. And that's the real work that Troy and Speak Up are doing. They're giving young girls dreams, hope, a possibility for their future through education and opportunity. They build learning centers and sanitary facilities. They give housing to young women who want to go to college. They rescue girls from brothels. And now all of you are a part of that mission too. On Sunday, we made cards, pictures, and notes for the girls that Speak Up serves. We provided, with God's help, a little bit of hope and encouragement to girls who know what it's like to have none. We also pooled resources and continue to pool them to help build learning centers for these girls. We were able to give $1,425 so far and intend to give any donations that come in for the rest of the month to Missing Peace directly 100% to Speak Up. And it's important work. You can give cash or check at any time, or go online to ormansmissingpeace.com and click on our giving section if you choose to give to support Speak Up. And again, 100% of donations that come in this month will go directly to them and that work. I want to thank you for your generosity in advance and the beautiful expression of love that it is when you support organizations that help children. Of living out a love that is patient and kind, that is not envious, that does not boast, that isn't proud. Love that is not self-seeking, is not easily angered, and doesn't keep score. Love that always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. I hope this kind of love for you. Amen. Again, if you want to support speakupforthepoor.org, you can go directly to their website, or you can support through Missing Peace at ormansmissingpeace.com. Again, our Sunday Soul Brunch is coming up. Great music, great food, and we're partnered with the Halifax Humane Society, this time collecting canned food, and we're actually the next week going to go out and do a project on their property. So keep us in mind. Follow us on ormansmissingpeace.org. You can find us on Instagram, on